We are going to go ahead and begin. Here. There we go. All right. Hello, everyone. Thank you all for taking the time. We appreciate the opportunity to connect with you all. Give me 1 second while my computer just loads the presentation. Perfection. All right. My name is Josh Hordequin. I am the Senior Director of Sales, the Americas for Small Luxury Hotels of the World. I am based in San Diego, California. My team consists of Julie Owens, based in New York City, Lena Marino, based in Boca Raton, Florida, and Vanessa Johnson in Houston. And last but not least, Dominic Ladit, based in Brazil for our South American market. If there's anything my team or I can do to assist, please do not hesitate to reach out to any of us at any time. Since I have a captive audience, I'd like to highlight the webinar series we have scheduled for the next several weeks. Our goal here was to bring you up-to-date information from our properties in a focused manner. We began the series with our domestic properties and options and have added additional webinars and continue to add additional webinars to cover exciting international destinations as they reopen. If you'd like to be added to our webinar mailing list, please send me a request via email. And should you have any suggestions for a topic, or if there's a particular region of the world you're most interested in, I would love your feedback. And again, please email me directly. Now, for those of you that are not familiar, SLH's GDS access code is LX. And if not already doing so, I'd like to encourage you to utilize our VIP desk. This team is spread across the globe, speaking over 9 different languages collectively. So it helps with the language barriers at some of our properties. They can obtain quotes, make reservations, handle VIP requests, and much more. Additionally, some of you have pointed out that our travel agent portal is down. That's correct. We're still updating the portal and hope to have this back up in the coming weeks. Now, before we begin, if not presenting, I would ask you all to mute your phone so there's no background noise. Agents, for any questions you have for myself or our SLH hoteliers, please type those into the chat box. I will ensure each question is answered before the end of the webinar. Please note, your time is extremely valuable to me, and as such, each presenter has been given an opportunity to practice before today's webinar. In the unlikely event there's a technical difficulty, a follow-up will be sent for any missed property information. Most importantly, I'll ensure we'll keep moving things along. So, quick note, there are no scheduled webinars next week to the July 4th holiday. We will resume our series with the Best of Asia on Tuesday, July 7th. I hope you will join us then. But for now, I'm pleased to introduce our 17th webinar, Austria, Switzerland, and the Netherlands. I have Christina Leach with Robert, Le Grand Le Bellevue with Thomas, Chateau des O'Shea with Morgan, and the Dillon with Robert. And with that, Robert, I would like you to go ahead and unmute yourself, and you can share your screen, please.
With pleasure, and thank you for letting us join as well. I will just start with a little welcoming to our world of Christiania Lech. You don't see what I'm doing right now, most probably, but I'm having a glass of champagne on all of you. So let's begin our little journey.
As you said.
We are in the western part of Austria, 2.5 hours driving from Zurich airport, from Munich 3 hours, Innsbruck very close, 1.5, and St. Gallen in Switzerland for the private jetless. It's an hour away, and of course we can arrange all cabs or transfers. That is out of question. Why is our region so exciting? We are close to Lake Constant. That means we are snow secure from December till April because of the humidity and microclimate, but it means we have a lot of sunshine during the day and it snows a lot in the night. Let me start a little bit about the whole region. It's Lech am Arlberg is the cradle of modern alpine skiing, starting with 1904 with the first ski race, and 1925, as you can see, the first ski school with Hannes Schneider started. As you can see, the squat position and the stem turns, that's how we created it. And after some beautiful moments in Lech, you will ski like that. I think it's amazing. It's how we should do it all. Here in the next picture, you can see 300 kilometers of well-serviced slopes, 200 kilometers of alpine deep snow runs, 27 kilometers of cross-country, heli skiing, horse-drawn sled rides, tobogganing, name it. Everything is possible. Everything is magical. Here's some impressions of the region. It's really beautiful. It's about nature. It's about skiing in the purest moments. It's really from all the stress you had the last times. Now you will just wander around and come down to our little village. Some deep snowing moments here. I think for everybody who loves skiing, it's one of the magical moments. Our little Lech am Arlberg was created around 1390. It has about 1,700 inhabitants, and it's all about hospitality, well-established traditions, and sophisticated sense of tranquility. As you can see, it's nothing about party on all the time. It's about good food. It's about delicious wine. It's about everything. Here, the first picture of our little hotel, 1968, created by Ottmar Schneider, the father of Gertrud Schneider, who is our owner. It is designed as a private house and a family home, and it is really easily reachable from the village center. It's 5 minutes walk to the ski slopes. It's overlooking Lech. It is. I like to compare it with Hollywood Hills. Yeah, every guest is our star, and it's really the nature. And you have the view over Lech to the mountains. It's beautiful. 15 rooms and suites, and every one of them is in traditional, timeless, elegant, and eclectic architecture. It's here you have an impression of our Russian suite. It's a little bit more furry. We have from the 15 suites, it's a little bit like a grand tour of over the world. As you can see, it's really about textures. It's about fabrics, of course, about the moments to sit outside, enjoy the snow, having some glass of champagne like myself right now, or hot chocolate or coffee. Here, some more impressions of the hotel. As you can see, it is for everybody a little bit. We have here the Grand Tour starts with suite. Let me just see. This is Louis Trenker. It's more of very natural feelings. Everyone has here the rooms, of course, the bathrooms. Everything is there. Here, Suite Sandokan, very bluish, light colors. Our team, always here for our guests. They are always like conciergerie on steroids. Here we have the bath butler. You have a reading butler who will give you possibilities to explore new books. We will have them in 24 hours in your suite. So as you can see, it's really a lot of possibilities to choose of, from colors, from styles of the suites. Every one of them is different. From this year on, we start with our 15 rooms fully catered. That means our excellent chefs using local and seasonal products, food and beverage concepts that you normally find only in chalets and villas, but especially in our effortless, tailor-made five-star hotel service. Breakfast a la carte, of course. Everything is cared for. We have a beautiful lounge and bar. You will love to enjoy there. Cakes in the afternoon, some hot chocolates, and in the restaurant you will have our dinner, 5 courses, or if you're more into some fondue, you will have fondue in our little chimney room. Here are some impressions of our food concepts. Here we have a lobster bisque. Here we have ceviche. So it's really, everything is taken care of. Our rooms start around in 800 for the entry level and going to 2,400 euros per night for the 3-bedroom suites. It's about special moments as well, like breakfast in the snow. It's about picnic in the snow, and of course, if you like something more extravagant, cinema underneath the stars.
Beautiful.
As well, our spa. We have a snooker table room. It's a gentleman's room. We have an outside hot tubs where you can really enjoy soaking in after skiing the whole day. It's something different than the regular hotels in the mountains. We take care about everything. So as I said, fully catered means everything starting from welcome champagne, juices and smoothies for breakfast, aperitif at the bar, wine from our extensive wine list for the dinner, cocktails at the bar for a nightcap, and all the food is taken care of. So it's just about coming into the hotel and we will take care of everything else. So I hope you got a little bit of an experience of our little game in the Alps, and until we meet again.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Robert. I did get a couple of questions.
Of course.
The first is all levels of ski proficiency possible, athlete?
Yes.
Beginner to expert?
Beginner to expert, from blue piece to black piece. Everything is there.
Okay, awesome. So they said we only see images of winter time. Is Christina League open only in the winter?
Yes, it's opening only in the winter, just for the first time since we opened. We will open now on the 9th of July, and we'll have open for 8 weeks. It's a little pop-up art thing. We will have outside arts. We have some artists coming, musicians. We will have 6 suites open, fully catered as well. That's the first time. But in winter, we start with the 15th of December and we will close on 14th of April.
Awesome. And then I had another question come through. Do you have chalets?
No, we don't have chalets, but we are open for individual bookings or for group bookings, of course. And that would start with 17,000 euros for the week.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're so welcome.
If you would, please mute yourself.
I will. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And Tomas, if you would unmute yourself and share your content, sir.
Of course. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Gstaad. Welcome to Switzerland. I hope you can hear me. My name is Thomas. Great. Thank you, Josh. My name is Thomas from Le Grand Bellevue in Gstaad, so from Austria to the other side of the border. The last 4 days in a crazy world, it was called our small village. It's a mountain resort between the French and the German-speaking side of the country. It's a very small country, so the time you can probably drive around New York or Sao Paulo is the time you can drive around Switzerland. So Gstaad is between Geneva and Zurich, I would say. Geneva is the closest airport. It's 150 kilometers away, so less than 2 hours, and otherwise Zurich. Basel is where all Rhine river cruises end in summertime, and then you see the other popular ski resorts of Switzerland, which are mostly Verbier, Zermatt, and St. Moritz. So we are a winter resort from December to April. We're open for around 4 months for winter season. You find a lot of ski slopes, 200 kilometers in total. However, it's always good to know, if you compare us to other ski destinations, the fact that it's very convenient for families. So where you always have 2 skiers and 2 non-skiers, you find different levels of ski difficulties, but especially you will find plenty of snow-related experiences for the non-skiers. This is, for example, a picture where you have 2 mountains combined by a hanging bridge at 3,000 meters altitude. It's like a balcony over the Alps. You can do trekking. Even in summer, you can, if you go up now, you will have 30 degrees in the valley and -2 up on the top. So it's quite special. And this is what is right now. So that summer season in Gstaad, it's a bit like visiting Heidi, I always say, because yeah, you have the small villages perched in the valleys. You can do your own cheese, taste some chocolate, do heli yoga. So a helicopter will bring you up to a mountaintop for a private session. So there are different activities to do. This is the protected architecture of the village. Everything is in a chalet style, so it's done of wood. There are different sports you can do outdoors. You can visit medieval castles. So you see that it's yeah, there are different activities to do all around. You can take actually start a space, and then you can do some wine tastings or yes, sightseeing in general. This is the hotel, the Grand Bellevue. So we're a small luxury hotel in the heart of the village. We only have 57 rooms and suites. Many of them are connecting, so that's quite convenient for families. It's a very historical building. It was the first hotel in the village. Right now it's modern. It was renovated a couple of times. From 2 rooms and 1 suite, you have an entire floor, which is during COVID time quite interesting. For families traveling together. In terms of rates, we start at $450, including breakfast for 2 and spa, so 470 francs. In wintertime, breakfast and dinner are included, so rates are a bit higher, so it's $750 with breakfast, dinners, taxes, and spa access. We have 3 different restaurants. The second one is here on the gardens of the hotel. Then we have a nightclub. There is a very large spa area, also an outdoor jacuzzi, a known cinema inside the hotel. So you see that it's a small, quiet, complete property. For winter time, we're starting to have, I mean, during festive season, it's the high season for us. So we have 7 nights stay. Otherwise, the minimum length of stay is 1 night. And last but not least, here you have my contact details. We're always welcome to extend. We're always happy to extend our staff rates to travel agencies wishing to experience the destination and the hotel. So let me know if you would like to come over anytime.
Thank you, Tomas. Actually, I've got one question for you and a great statement from Michelle Hernandez. Last year, she had the pleasure of being welcomed by Tomas at Le Grand Bellevue for the Alpine Cow Parade and beautiful stay. Highly recommend this gym. So that was nice to hear. Thank you, Michelle, for that. And then Nate had a question. How far are the ski slopes from you?
That's a good question. Actually, the hotel is at the beginning of the car-free area, so you are in the heart of the village. Everything is walkable. So the art galleries, the restaurants, the bars, the boutiques. This means at the same time that you're not on the mountaintop. So you have private shuttles to the lifts, which are between, let's say, 5 minutes away. It depends. You have 6 different lifts. The closest one is 1,300 meters away. The one which is the farthest away is 3 kilometers. So it really depends which slope you would do. Every day you would probably do another one if you're staying for several days, and we would shuttle you complimentary. It's part of our amenity programs for travel agencies. You would have the different shuttles free of charge, the lift.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you so much for that. Tomas, if you would, please mute yourself for now.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you very much.
And Morgan with Chateau d'Aché was having some technical difficulties. Morgan, if you are able to announce yourself, please do so now. If not, Robert, are you ready? If you would unmute yourself and we can start sharing your video.
Hear me? How's the audio?
We can hear you just fine.
Good.
Yeah, now your video, perfect.
Good. So you can see live from Amsterdam. So we have very warm start of the summer here with beautiful views over the canal. So my name is Robert. I'm with the Dylan Amsterdam. Great to connect and reconnect with a lot of you. And I thought instead of doing a PowerPoint presentation, I'm sure a lot of the agents have missed the proper site inspection. So I'm going to do a very, very quick one to the Dylan. So we're in the 9th Streets area. So Anne Frank is just down the street here. And the building actually was once the first theater of Amsterdam in the 16th century. After that, it partially burned down, but we still have the original entrance gate here at the entrance of the hotel, obviously. So please follow me and let's walk in. Oh, careful with the bikes. There we go.
Do not get run over by a bike, Robert, on my SLH webinar.
Yeah, I'm used, but it was not looking well, so I almost got hit. So in terms of what we're doing for to make the hotel corona-proof is that we've made it as contactless as possible for guests. So on the day they arrive, they can actually already sign the registration form and give us some extra details about what time they're arriving online. So they don't need to touch anything when they arrive. They just get handed their key on a little, let's say, tray. But let's just walk into the reception area. So this is the main entrance of the hotel. So as you can see, it's really like a townhouse feeling as you walk in. So guests are checked in seated. So they actually have a seat on this little sofa area. And as you can see, for both the concierge as well as the receptionist, we actually installed these protective screens. And then we also created a host desk here for, let's say, local guests that are coming for lunch or dinner. We have to ask some health check questions before anybody can get into the hotel. As you see, nobody is wearing mouth masks here. We're only wearing mouth masks in the Netherlands in public transport, and then also in the airport, obviously, and in the during the flight on your way in or out. So I'll quickly walk you up to our garden, which is a true gem and very very valuable to us this time. So let's just quickly peek through. As you can see, it's nice and busy. So there are a lot of guests throughout the day. Obviously, you know, everybody prefers some outside look and feel now. So as you can see, the building is original building from about the 18th century. You can see the hooks up there. You can also see the original windows. So a nice little touch to know is that the windows on the ground floor are a little bit higher than those on the first floor. On the second floor, that's to give an illusion that the building is actually higher than it really is. And also we used to use the top floor for storage. And then I'll walk you through our, let's say, informal restaurant on our way to the Michelin star restaurant. Oops. My colleagues Karim, Natasha, the manager of the Michelin star restaurant. So this is what we serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner in this restaurant. It's called Oko. And we also serve a fun high wine concept in this restaurant. So that's 4 glasses of wine with 4 canapes in the afternoon. So it's like a high tea, but with wine. So a lot more fun. And then we'll walk into the Michelin star restaurant. So this actually used to be a bakery from the about 18th century. And when we bought the building in the 90s, we rediscovered these original wood ovens on this side of the restaurant. So that's a pretty cool detail. I think if we can get a little bit closer, Nick. You can see the wood ovens are original. So a lot of soul throughout the building. You know, it's a very small restaurant. We're actually only opening this restaurant on the 1st of July because of limitations that we had in terms of capacity in receiving in the restaurant. In terms of occupancy in Amsterdam, we're at about 15% occupancy at this time. Of course, not receiving any non-EU travelers as our borders are closed. But we do see a lot of travelers coming in, let's say from the immediate vicinity. So from Scandinavia, Germany, France, and Belgium that are driving in to the Netherlands. And then lastly, I quickly wanted to show you one of our signature suites. And for that, we do need to take an elevator up just this way.
Robert, this is excellent. Everybody's really enjoying this.
Nice. So I hope everybody missed a proper site inspection. So just this way into the elevator after you. And actually yesterday we received news from our Prime Minister that we no longer have any limitations on the amount of people that as long as they all have health checks and they observe 1.5 meter distance between, let's say, households. So that's the basic rule. And 1.5 meters in foot is about 6 foot, roughly. Just this way. And our maintenance team, in the time that we were closed for about 3 months, and they actually worked full time during this closing period. So the hotel is in excellent shape. We did a lot of painting and other things that we usually wouldn't be able to do. Let's say in the public areas, all doors of all the guest rooms have been painted. And then we walk up to the suite. It's actually a little bit of a loft apartment. It's called a loft suite. That's the style of the room. We actually have 40 rooms in total. This is more kind of a romantic.
Is this just the one suite you have like this?
No, we have a couple of these. Yeah, the layout might be a little different, but in terms of the loft style, it would look like this. So you can see the original wooden beams around me. So this is actually supporting one of those original facades, like the bell-shaped facades that we have here in Amsterdam that we're very famous for. Yeah, so it actually feels kind of like an apartment, very good for couples, very romantic. And of course, we're eager, to receive everybody again. But for now, we don't know, how long everything is going to take. We're very happy that we've also, besides taking care of our guests, obviously, also taking care of our employees. And this is something that's very important to us, being a non-chain hotel, let's say. We try to keep everybody on board in terms of employment, and then also installing and implementing those processes for back of the house. So our staff restaurant moved to a larger area, and then we also did some checks in terms of where employees are arriving, disinfection, washing hands and all of that, also to make sure that our employees are safe and have a good place to work for many, many years to go. Yeah.
And
so
then Robert,
yeah.
Is this good for families as well?
It is, yeah. So we also have some connecting rooms. That depends. We have Carol in reservations, who's been with us for about 15 years, and she's very good in rearranging all of that. So either connecting rooms or rooms with no stairs or specific styles. So because there are 4 different styles in the hotel, so 40 rooms in 4 different room styles. So we typically work out the room category first, and then we work out the room style with Carol before guests arrive.
And seasonal, not seasonal?
Not seasonal. So we're open year round, and we're also available for buyouts. So we actually have one program for early next year for a family outing, let's say. So it's a birthday celebration.
Excellent. Excellent. Agents, do you have any questions other than wanting to award Robert here the best webinar? They're all loving it. There's some saying how much they miss doing site visits.
Good.
They're all very
we also
appreciative.
miss it, we miss travel agents, and we miss connecting with people.
Robert, we want to see the bathroom. Can we see the bathroom?
Yeah, sure, we can.
Would you mind taking us in?
So obviously we're also missing it's a travel agents and connecting with people, right? Because this is an industry of people and relations, and that's what it's really all about, right?
And Robert, how many square feet is the room? It's huge.
This in square meters is around, let's say, 88 or 90. So there's a very nice romantic bathtub here, and then there's a separate shower around the corner from here.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So again, soul, character, a lot of painting went into the into all the rooms. So we typically take on the view here is over the garden. So actually from up, you can show it. I'm not sure the light is, the sun is okay, no?
Yeah.
You can see that, yeah. So you can actually see the rest of the building. So all the buildings that you see here, they're ours, so they're rooms there. So rooms are either looking into this secluded garden, so they're very quiet, or they would look out onto the Keizersgracht Canal.
Awesome. Excellent. This is great.
Good. Nice.
Thank you so much, Robert. We really appreciate
you.
this.
Thank you.
Robert
Cheers,
from
guys.
Christina League, we really appreciate it. Thomas, I'm sorry that Morgan had some technical difficulties. I will have her present on a future webinar. Agents, if you have any additional questions, now's the time to ask. Otherwise, I want to wish you all a fantastic day. SLH Hoteliers, I want to say thank you so much for taking the time to prepare and present today. I'll be sending you a follow-up shortly. Thank you all.
Thanks,
Have
everybody,
a
for your time.
great day. Bye-bye, everyone.
All right. Thanks. Bye.